Ian Moss, welcome back to Australian Musician.
Thank you very much. How are you?
Mate. We're talking to you about the gig at the Night at the Barracks on Friday, 26th of September at North Head in
Yeah.
Manly, playing with Mark Seymour. Have you played this
Yeah.
venue, played there before?
No, I haven't. No, it's a brand new one for me. I guess it's been there a long time, but brand new and yeah, looking forward to something different.
Yeah. Do you enjoy playing outdoors?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, nothing beats it, especially if you've got a nice massive PA system and can hear your guitar bouncing off the sort of all the geography around you, whatever.
Yeah, it's a bit different to the sound bouncing off walls and roofs inside.
Yeah, depending on what that venue is, we've seen some beauty over the years. Solid brick walls with the back wall about 10 feet from your face. That's a challenge.
Yeah. Do you have any pre-gig rituals? What do you do in the short term before you hit the stage?
Yeah, for me, well, I still like to get a healthier, a certain amount of nerves, healthy nerves, I call them. You need some nerves to get your adrenaline up and get your edge ready. But apart from that, no, it's just sitting there with the guitar, going fingers going idly, aimlessly going up and down the neck to get all your muscles and that warm and a bit of a routine for the voice, which is hanging my head over an electric kettle with the lid open, so you inhaling steam for about 5 minutes. Quick gargle with some apple cider vinegar and water and honey. Squeeze a lemon, and voila, ready to go.
Yeah. What about the set list? At what point do you decide what you're going to play?
Generally, well before, if not weeks before, sometimes. Probably I think I've already written the set for this. You find out how long you got to play, and then start just building the set. For me, I know I'm always going to finish with Bow River, or finish the main set with Tucker's Daughter, finish with Bow River, and so you just work it out well beforehand. You like to get a series, start strong and then maybe drop it down and build, then back up, and then yeah. So it's like it's this sort of well organized, less spontaneous way. It's been the go for years, but it pays off. Uh, it's a good thing to do because if you made a mistake and you've taken it down at the wrong point, then it can be hard to sort of get back. So better to play it safe.
Yeah. What's the philosophy on the first song that you play? Do you like to do one that's going to loosen the band up?
Yeah, or definitely be fairly sort of impactful. That's been the way I've done it, particularly with the electric band. If it's a solo acoustic thing, then I'll quite happy to start with a ballad, jazz blues thing like Cry Me a River or Angel Eyes. But when you've got a band, it's good to sort of smack them, hit them in the face pretty hard for the first song, and then you can drop it down straight away. But you want to make a nice big opening impact statement.
Yeah. So who's the band for the Barracks gig? Is it Kerry on drums, I imagine?
Yeah, Terry Jacobson on drums. Got Ollie North, Oliver North. I think he's long gone. Oliver Thorpe. It rhymes with North, but doesn't rhyme with Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Um, Zoe Helpman on bass, and yeah, oh, sorry, Harry Sutherland on keyboards. Yeah, five-piece band.
Yeah. Any of the tracks from Rivers Run Dry found a solid spot in the set list?
There's the title track probably hasn't, but the main one for me from the Rivers Run Dry album is the co-write with Troy Casadale. Fairly kind of bit of a rocker, Nullarbor Plain.
Yeah. Yeah. Any chance that Julian might make an appearance at this gig?
Um, that's always a last minute decision. That's sort of that's if he's not busy, he's pretty flat out and might have his own gig on the same night. But watch this space.
Yeah. He's got a new single out about Back to Me. He's gone down a bit of a electronic road.
He's got the he still loves that the R&B thing. He's quite soulful, I think. That's a bit of a crossover there with the electronics and but there's still nice, good. It's still groovy. It's still that's modern R&B. Is that's the kind of stuff he loves, and he's right into the production. Uh, and the writing, he's pretty dedicated. And I love what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark Seymour is playing this gig with you. Any chance Mark will join you on stage at some point?
Geez, I haven't thought about that one. But thanks for the idea. You never know. But
Hunter,
no, great artist, and well, what a great uh, legacy Mark has got with the Hunters and Collectors and all. Some absolutely brilliant songs. So no, that's we're the main two acts for our particular night. So we're both going to be we're both keen to deliver. We're still trying to remain fit and with an attitude of you got this is your last. This could be your last gig. Make the best of it.
Hunters and Chisel must have played a few gigs in the past together.
I don't think we ever did. Because they were going really strong and a main act in their own right. To the best of my memory, we never did. We probably just crossed over at some point. We might have arrived at I don't know, whatever venue, Bombay Rock, one night, and then they'd just left there the night before, and so forth. And around we went, all ships, ships passing in the night, Australian Crawl, and many other bands from the day.
Yeah. I'm wondering what other guitarists you're listening to at the moment. Are you into the current crop of blues guitarists like Eric Gales and Kingfish?
Yeah, all those guys. There's so many styles. Yeah, I mean they're two great choices there. There's also, I've always been keen on fusion, if you will, or just straight out jazz. Always just not to try and become one, but just to sort of look for ideas to add to my palette. But Borelli Legrand is a favourite of mine, a French guy. Uh, and there's, of course, everyone's talking about the young Sicilian guy, Matteo Mancuso. He's pretty extraordinary with his flamenco picking style, but this big jazz rock sound coming out, and he's got a lot of colors on his palette, that's for sure.
Yeah. For this Barracks gig, you using the small box, the big Marshall. Have you thought about what you're going to be using on stage?
Yes, I'm always messing around, tinkering with new bits of gear. Typical guitar player, you find your ideal pedal board one day, and then 2 months later, going, try this, try that. It never ends. But amplifier wise, no, I've got myself a lovely a Vox AC30 and head and a custom designed speaker box. My new amp tech is a guy called Tom Shepherd, who's just absolutely amazing. So he's designed a speaker box for that amp. Two amps. The other amp is a 1971 50-watt Marshall. I owned a 50-watt Marshall years ago. I got a stack of 100 watts, but shit, they're loud. So yeah, combination of Vox and Marshall, 130-watt, 150-watt. So that'll be my choice for this gig.
Yeah. Before the Barracks gig, you've got a gig in Nashville at the Americana Fest. How did that come about?
That's probably mainly through contacts with my manager Chris O'Hearn, knowing people over there. There's somebody who is heavily involved in organising bands for that. Happened to see my show at I've been doing the Long Yard Hotel at Tamworth every January, and which I'm doing again in 26. And they were there at saw that show and loved it and mentioned that they'd like to get me over. So yeah, really excited about that. I spent 2 months back in Nashville back in 2014 writing songs for the Ian Moss album, and I went back and wrote a couple of things for the Rivers Run Dry album as well. It's a pretty place, pretty easy place to get really comfy in and never want to leave.
Yeah. Speaking of comfy places to play, you've got a gig in Bali as well next year with Barnsley, Cruel Sea, and Adelaide. Sounds like life's pretty good.
Yes, yeah, it is going really well. That's Music in Paradise. That's the same people that do the Maldives event, which is that's pretty special when you can get on that bill. Yeah, there's a few things in the pipeline. Hoping to tour with Troy Casadei again, doing a Together Alone thing. After that, maybe late next year. Still working on that. Haven't finalised that, but pretty good. Next thing I'm looking forward to is next week leave with a bunch of friends to head to the United States to do a motorbike ride around the Yellowstone National Park and
Okay.
the Grand Tetons, and of course we've got to check out Sturgis, the big Sturgis is a small town up there in South Dakota, outside Rapid City. The town's normally 500 or 5,000 maybe. The maximum swells to about for 2 weeks of 500,000 bikes. Sounds like a lot of mad fun to be had. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. And what about another UK tour?
That's on the cards as well. I'm hoping to. That's still So all these little irons in the fire. I'm really keen to. I've been doing that over the last couple of years. Want to keep going with that. Just keep going, never stop.
Yeah. The other thing that's happening is the vinyl CD and DVD of the Chisel Big 50 tour has come out. What are your strongest memories of the tour?
Well, it was one of those strongest memories of the tour. The shows and the Big 50 shows, the ones in the tent were just particularly special. What's happened to my picture here? Did I just breathe all over the lens? Now, right now, my eyes could just start shining. That'd be pretty cool. Hang on, just give me a little.
There we go.
All right. Good trick there. The tents, the shows in the tents that we did, the 6 or so, 2 in Melbourne, 2 in Sydney, 2 in Brisbane, they were really special. Just a complete different atmosphere. The acoustics were just absolutely fantastic, particularly for actually hearing the crowd sing when Barnes got the crowd to sing the choruses to Flame Trees, for example. A lot of these places had volume limits measured in decibels, and these guys just stand around like Nazis with their fucking meters, and they're at the sound desk, and Barnes got the crowd to take over. He wasn't even singing. Take over the singing the chorus of Flame Trees, and the decibel meter went way past the limit, and they were jumping all over our sound guy Colin. And he said, "It's not me, it's the crowd. I really can't do much about this." And so that was a real thrill. And look, overall, it's a great tour. We just loved it every night. We just seemed to have a great night every night. We ought to have. We rehearsed like crazy right before the start of it. And the 2 nights, getting back to the DVD and the CD of the Big 50, recorded in Melbourne at Sydney Myer Music Bowl. They just happened to be two nights where we really, I think, stepped up to the plate and played even more better than we did on other nights. So yeah, it's good when that happens.
Yeah. All right, Mossy, we'll let you go. Look forward to the gig at the Barracks on Friday, September 26th with Mark Seymour, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks a lot, mate. Good to talk to you again.
Yeah.